Cancer, okay. Okay, November's upon us. Let's see what that is holding for you. Always remember with tarot, it is like a big message on a huge canvas with this general reading that gives you an idea of where things are heading. Take it as it resonates for you, all right? Obviously, everything's going to be for you, so take what's for you and leave the rest, okay? Let's see what we have for Cancer. I hope that you're doing right, eh? I hope that you're doing amazing. I'm on quite a hype because I just finished like a channeling sort of session, which was incredible. Because normally I will either do this when I'm in a hypnotic state, you know, channeling information or using tarot, but this was just pure channeling. It was off the hook. Watch the channel, there'll be some things. All right, direct influences in your life at the moment, Cancer. Some things that are happening for you at the moment, some things that are going on, all right? So, very good stuff actually. Very good influences here. A lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, a lot of opportunities to really come into your moment and come into your shine in a way that you may not have expected, you know? So, really unexpected things, but really amazing unexpected things happening here for you. Sort of like reassessing the baggage that you may have been carrying with you. This could be true for friendships, relationships, connections, whatever. There's some release that is taking place here for you. A lot of the version of yourself that you've been holding on to, that you felt was necessary, there's a sense of relief because there's a sense of release that is taking place here. Really, really embracing that new beginnings. I feel that for many of you, you don't necessarily understand where you are going. You don't really know the direction that you are going. You don't necessarily understand the details that it entails, but you do know that you are heading in a positive direction. And you do know that the direction is necessary for you at this particular point in time. Let's see what's happening here in November for you. Cycles ending, new things beginning. A lot of things that were holding you back are being released here for you in November. A lot of mental blockages are being released. A lot of emotional blockages are being released. This could be pertaining to love. This could be pertaining to the relationship that you have with yourself. I feel that for many of you, you were holding on to versions of yourself that weren't serving you in the best possible way. So what is really incredible, what I'm seeing happening here for you, Cancer, is that for many of you, there's all of this release that is taking place, and you are in a space that would have, before, you know, potentially, it would have tripped the hell out of you. Like you would have, you know, been completely overwhelmed, can't deal with this, need certainty, need to know where I'm going. Where I feel you're being so beautifully in the flow now, you know, really trust the process, that life is taking you in this very positive direction. And you may not know the details, but you can feel it. And if this resonates with you, if you're on board with this, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, and accept it for yourself. Claim that for yourself. So, oh yeah, all right. What is it that you can look forward to going forward, maybe from November into December? What is it you can look forward to? I'm so excited because Halloween is coming, and I love Halloween. I think I'm going to do something very special with my readings for Halloween. Where you're heading going forward, things are turning out in ways that you could not conceive in your wildest dreams. Like you cannot imagine this. You can't be making these things up. It is amazing. It's incredible. There's spaces of stability coming about. There is a lot of the old that is leaving so that the new can come forth. There's beautiful spaces for releasing, for forgiveness coming up in the month of November. So this can be a complete turnaround for you. Okay? Let's actually write that down. That's so... that was very close. Complete turnaround that is taking place here for you. My beautiful, beautiful Cancerians. Okay, let's just put this water again. There we go. That was almost an oopsie. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what we've got. We're also going to get you a direct message from the universe as well as an oracle message. If any of you are interested in coaching, tarot, oracle cards, OSHO tarot, check out some links in the descriptions for my courses. Okay. Let's see. In the recent past, or rather these direct influences, which does come from the recent past. There's a space of having just realized that the time is now. Some of you may have had sort of like perfection mentality, that you need to first get this right and that sort of thing. And I see that you pretty much saw that for the sort of like the self-sabotaging, mechanism that it is, where sometimes we go for perfection, but you really hold yourself back, because first of all, perfection is it's a different picture in everybody's mind. And I think a lesson that I myself learned the very hard way, being a Cancerian myself, is that the imperfection that you see, other people don't see that. We just judge ourselves too sort of like harshly sometimes, And I feel that many of you realize that you've seen like, well, this is what I have and this is what I got to roll with, I was saying to somebody the other day that really wanted to start a YouTube thing, and this person was getting very demotivated because I don't have this, I don't have that, and I was like, listen, when I started off, I had a crappy Samsung mobile phone, a bedside lamp, and that was it. No confidence either. I had a lot of support, but I was like, oh, I don't know. So I feel that for many of you, you're in that beautiful space where you're letting go of those ways of holding yourself back. All right, you have seen sort of like the sort of like the point of not holding on to that. Let's see what's happening in this current space, because there's such beautiful releases that are taking place here for you in November. Letting go of that perfection mentality, maybe letting go of a certain perception of how you felt that something should be with another person, and by doing that, there is a newness that is coming in for you, which is really, really amazing. For some reason, my right palm is itching. So maybe you might get into a little bit of a feud with someone, where you feel like just slapping the lights out of them. And the question is, where does it really take you? Does it even benefit you? Because yes, I'm all for, like, listen, I am all for standing up for yourself, but not doing it to the degree that then becomes something toxic, And I feel there's some really hard lessons that you are learning here in November, happening there for you, but it is because there is more that's available for you. There's like a bigger blessing that's available. There's like bigger things that's available for you. Complete turnaround, especially with money, senses of security. For a lot of you, you may feel very frustrated because you've been feeling that something amazing is coming to your life, but you can't tell exactly what it is. And you may have maybe gone for readings maybe with someone else, or even within yourself, and you are trying to understand what it is that is holding you back, and you can't figure it out. That uncertainty could have been driving you insane, absolutely bonkers. But now it's going to a space where it's beginning to be answered for you. All right. What do we please have for the potential for moving forward? Because when we initially look at this potential moving forward, it could seem like there's a whole lot of calamity that's on the horizon. But when you understand that life is always just giving you feedback, and life is all just potential, and I feel that for many of you, there are a lot of those releases that are taking place because you are realizing that you have been holding on to sort of like safety nets that were almost like the illusion of safety. They were not really ever really safe in the first place to start with. But I feel that for me, in many ways, it's like you needed that at the time. And if that's what you needed at the time, that's what you needed at the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? We have a lot of times as humans, we have this idea of, if I only knew now, then what I know now. And the thing to understand is that if you knew then what you know now, you wouldn't be where you are right now. And where you are right now is exactly where you are meant to be, So maybe quit kind of being so hard on yourself about the past. The past is just the past. It is what it is, or it is what it was. A lot of healing taking place going forward, healing in the self, possible travel, relocation, a lot of puzzle pieces slotting into piece. Pieces coming together, slotting together. All right. Let's see what message you have here from the universe. For Cancer, please. Message from the universe. What is it that they need to know? What will they benefit from? Direct message from the universe. If the universe could send you an email, you wake up tomorrow morning, there's a text message from the universe. What would this text message say? Oops. This text message is wild. All right, so first and foremost, breakthroughs here, breakthroughs at hand. Some of you are still holding on to that past. It's time to let go of that now. Some of you might still be holding on to relationship that didn't work out, disappointments in the past, they did this, they did that, and so forth and so forth. It's time to let it go, because you are already in that space of beautiful new beginnings. You are already in that space where you are able to receive. You are already in that space, where, how do I put this? It's like confirmation on top of confirmation, where you are already in that space where you can receive, where you are ready, where you can make a lot of money, where you can live your dreams, where you don't need to maybe be as dependent on others as you may seem. Some of you want to look at that, you might feel that if you do your own thing in life, that you might be letting some people down. That might be what's holding you back. All right. Remember, you can be there for others, but everyone is responsible for their own experience of life. It's important to remember that. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Oracle message for you to finish off with. Feeling the world. A lot of people don't want to feel the world at the moment. They don't want to feel what's going on. They don't want to feel their own feelings. You're so afraid of feeling the world. There is something very powerful that I want to remind you of that came out in the conversation after the channeling that I've just done. It is that we are not living in the worst times. When you think back to those days, in the days of like Constantine and Alexander the Great, and those were horrible times. Those were terrible times. And we are not living in the worst of times. We need to kind of somehow sometimes take that romanticized version of the world out of our heads. Like, a lot of times we've got that whole sort of Oliver Twist thing going on, living in the best of times and the worst of times, and we sometimes romanticize things. We are not living in the worst of times. We are living amidst a global, if you want to call it international, universal, cosmic reawakening. And in this space, it's about you. It's not about whether they are coming back or leaving you or whatever. We need to get this whole love thing out of our brains. Your life is about you, and you are having the experiences that you are having because of you. And life is always giving us feedback. Pay attention to the feedback. Pay attention to the feedback. All right. So that's what I got for you. I hope that helps you, beautiful Cancerians. Namaste. Love and light. See you next time.